Шановні колеги, доброго дня, шановні колеги, 17:00 на годиннику, у нас сьогодні 30 серпня 2024 року, напередодні нового навчального року ми з вами зустрічаємося. Всіх принагідно від імені Центру українсько-європейського співробітництва вітаю. Ще раз всім дякуємо, хто був зацікавився взяти участь у стажуваннях Київського університету, який проводиться за підтримки Центру українсько-європейського співробітництва. Та дякую тим, хто сьогодні приєднався, враховуючи, що п'ятниця, відсутність світла по всій країні. Щиро вам вдячні. І з задоволенням представлю свою колегу, сьогоднішнього спікера. Це магістр Джоанна Скиба, експерт у галузі освіти та електронного навчання для дорослих. Вона працює в Київському університеті у Вроцлавику, очолює відділ міжнародних зв'язків. Тема лекції «Соціальні навички та позитивна комунікація для забезпечення успішної освіти». Джоанна, please speak.
Good afternoon. Beautiful Friday, which marks in Poland the end of summer school holidays. Is it the same in Ukraine? Is it the same? Yes, today. So from Monday, or secondary or primary school teachers are back to work. Not university, because universities will start later. They will start on October the 1st. But today and this weekend is the last weekend of holidays. So some of us may be disappointed that the time flies, but we are facing challenges. We are facing new tasks in front of us, and we have to somehow confront the changes and the changing society of school environment. And talking about today's topic, which is the social skills and positive communication for successful education, I would like to concentrate on the role of the teachers, and meaning teachers, I mean all kinds of teachers at all levels, or from primary, secondary, tertiary education. So these notions will apply to all spheres of educational life. And I'm also going to give you one success word at the end of our meeting, which I feel, after preparing for today's meeting, I feel is the key to success in social skills and positive communication. So why are we in need of those social skills? Can we just leave them on one side and forget about them, or we need to have some focus on them? The good social skills are usually critical for successful functioning in life. And these skills enable us to know what to say, to react, to make good life choices, also to behave in various situations. So they are the path to our success. And the extent to which children and adults possess good social skills can also influence their academic performance and their behavior, their social and family relationships, and also to a large extent their involvement in extracurricular activities, which are outside academic or educational life. So social skills are strongly linked to the quality of the school environment and the school safety. It is easy to say that we pick up the positive social skills through our everyday life. And this is very often true, that we are facing the everyday interactions between our colleagues, our family, our university peers. But it is important that educators and parents reinforce their usual learning with direct and indirect instructions. So we must recognize when and where children pick up those behaviors automatically, and where these behaviors can be taught and trained. I guess in the past, that was the common attitude to expect families to teach children the social skills and all personal relations. However, there has been so many negative situations going on in the social sphere that there is a demand on school now, and it's, I think, quite a burden, but it's quite a big demand placed on schools to facilitate the social learning process. So not only families, but the schools have to make this, facilitate this process and make it smoother. So we see that schools are given the critical role, and they have to try to maintain the positive school environment, also by reducing school violence. So there is the whole repertoire of social skills, and the students have to need to have this ability to make social choices, and those choices will strengthen their interpersonal relationships, and they will also, as a consequence, facilitate success in school. So what are the results of good social skills, just to be more specific? The social skills, the good social skills include the positive and safe school environment, child resiliency in the face of future crisis, the students who seek appropriate ways for aggression and frustration, and the children who take personal responsibility for promoting school safety. These are just a few of them, but I wanted to give some examples. What are the consequences of bad social skills or no social skills at all? The students, the pupils who have poor social skills are usually experience difficulties in interpersonal relationships with their parents, their teachers, and their colleagues. They evoke highly negative responses from others, and they lead to high levels of rejection from their colleagues. And this peer rejection has also been linked on several occasions with school violence. Those students with poor social skills show signs of depression, aggression, social anxiety. They demonstrate poor academic performance, which is a result of this whole situation. And they show higher incidence of involvement in criminal justice system as adults. So given the demonstrated relationship between social skills and school life as such, schools and universities are seeking ways to help assist students develop some positive social skills, both in school and in the community. The social skills which are related to school life include the anger management, so how our anger may be channeled, recognizing others' point of view and also appreciating it, social problem solving, peer negotiation, so being able to come to terms with somebody who has a different opinion from us. Conflict management, peer resistance skills, active listening, which is very important in soft social skills, effective communication, and increased acceptance and tolerance of diverse groups. So these are the ways that school may be using, or managers may be using, to make this more facilitated. How about defining some types of social skills? There are hundreds of important social skills for us to learn, for students, for teachers, and we can organize them into the skill areas to make it easier to identify and determine what kind of intervention is needed. For example, there are some skills which are called, as I have 4 groups here. So group 1 is survival skills. And survival skills, among them, it's listening, following directions, ignoring distractions, using nice or brave talk, and rewarding yourself. In group 2 of the skills, interpersonal skills. And this is sharing, asking for permission, joining an activity, and waiting your turn. Group 3, problem-solving skills. It's asking for help, apologizing, accepting consequences, and deciding what to do. And group 4, conflict resolution skills. The examples are dealing with teasing, losing, accusations, being left out, and peer pressure. So those 4 types, let me repeat: survival skills, interpersonal, problem-solving, and conflict resolution skills. They form the base on which we can elaborate further in areas of teaching our students and making this social life more successful. Prior to determining the best means to help a student develop better social skills, it is important to understand specifically what a student can and can't do. So it is crucial to assess and classify the nature of a child's social skill deficits in order to implement the most appropriate intervention, as the children may have difficulties performing, for example, due to the lack of knowledge. So they have some kind of acquisition deficits. So the child doesn't know the right skills or does not discriminate when a skill is appropriate or not. For example, a child grabs a pencil from a colleague in the class when she needs one, when she needs to write something, but she doesn't know that she should ask to borrow it first. Then the second group of those deficits, it's the consequently performing the attitude that we have this despite knowledge attitude. So we fail to do something consequently, and we accept the level of this competence. For example, the child may understand that he or she should raise his or her hand to speak in the class and does it most of the time, but sometimes just makes a comment. This may raise from emotions, but this also shows that they ignore this level of knowledge that they have. There is also a group of reasons to a sufficient degree or level of strength, and they are the fluency deficits. For example, the child knows how to perform a skill and is motivated, but demonstrates the inadequate performance due to the lack of practice. And also the level of incompetence rises from the competing skills, deficits, or behaviors, which are internal or external factors, which interfere with the child demonstrating a learned skill. For example, depression, anxiety, hyperactivity, or negative motivation, which influence the demonstration of the resolution skill, even though the skill has been taught and learned before. Effective social skills programs at school are comprised of two essential elements. The first one is the teaching process, which uses a social learning approach and universal language or set of steps that facilitate the learning of the new behavior. Interventions can be implemented at a school-wide specific setting in the classroom or individual level, but at all levels, the emphasis on the teaching the desired skill. We should try to facilitate learning through normal and regular activities, so teachers and parents must take advantage of all kinds of incidental learning in which naturally occurring behaviors or events are used to reinforce the social behavior. And adults can reinforce the demonstrated positive social skills by praising children. So telling them how well they have done in the specific situation, when the children behave correctly, of course, or offer alternatives to poor decisions to teach to more appropriate behavior. So this is positive feedback. It may be necessary when working with children who have particular difficulty to intentionally catch them doing the right thing or create situations in which they make a good choice, which can be praised. We need to address environmental factors. So the school or home environment can affect a child's ability to learn and perform a social skill. So if a child is experiencing difficulty demonstrating a particular skill, it is best to first evaluate the environment to determine what might interfere with the child's appropriate acquisition of that skill. For instance, a student may be unruly at the beginning of the day because the teacher needs to establish some specific routines for coming into the class. The student doesn't like this, or like hanging up coats, checking in. So addressing environmental obstacles like this will also benefit all children in the environment. So creating something which is repeated, creating something which is known, familiar, and when the children familiarize with this, they can master the skill, and they may also master the proper reaction. We need to address all individual factors, as some children need more intensive and personalized training because of individual factors, such as disability, for example. And these interventions may be aimed at children experiencing a specific difficulty, or those who have been previously defined as being at risk for some kind of behavioral problems. For example, studies have shown that children with some mild disabilities tend to exhibit deficient social skills and access problem behaviors more than children without such disabilities. So interventions aimed at those at-risk students should be based on individual assessment and evaluation. How about the list of things we should do? So being more looking at this notion in a more practical manner. So social skills training should focus on facilitating the desirable behavior as well as eliminating the undesirable behavior. We need to emphasize the learning, performance, generalization, and maintenance of appropriate behaviors through modeling, coaching, and role-playing. And it is also crucial to provide students with immediate performance feedback. So once something is done, we should react. We should employ primarily positive strategies and add punitive strategies only if the positive approach is unsuccessful and the behavior is of a serious or dangerous nature. We should provide training and practice opportunities in a wide range of settings with different groups and individuals in order to encourage students to generalize new skills to multiple real-life situations. So the emphasis is on being a positive tutor and positive teacher, giving feedback immediately. We should draw on assessment strategies, including functional assessments of behavior, to identify those children in need of more intensive interventions, as well as target skills for instruction. We need to look to and try to enhance the social skills by increasing the frequency of an appropriate behavior in a particular situation. So this should take place in a normal, regular environments to address the naturally occurring causes and consequences. When we plan social skills training programs, schools should include parents and caregivers, as it will not succeed without them. They are both needed to help develop and select interventions as significant for participants in the given situation. As parents and caregivers can help reinforce the skill taught at school to further promote across the different social settings. We should focus on all age groups, includes children below the age of 9 who are very often bypassed due to the mistaken belief that they will grow out of it, and maybe they will not. We should avoid a one-size-fits-all attitude. This is taken from a clothes shop, one size fits all, meaning it's suitable for everyone, which is nonsense. So this approach of being suitable for everyone is a mistake. We should adapt the intervention to meet the individual needs of the particular group. The students who speak English as a second language may need some kind of intensive social skill instruction to promote some cultural social skills and peer acceptance because they live in another country. This is what will happen from Monday in Polish schools. As Ukrainian children, I don't know how many, but there are thousands of Ukrainian children, at school age in Polish schools. From September the 2nd, which is Monday, they will have the obligatory, they have the obligation to attend school. Before the last 2 years, it was a choice, like if they want to attend school and they can join online classes with the Ukrainian colleagues in Ukraine. From Monday, September the 2nd, is the obligation. So we are also involved in the process of, not me particularly, but I observe this as the preparation in Polish schools, that there will be extra teachers needed, extra Polish as a foreign language teachers, and also psychologists to make this adaptation easier and smoother. And I guess we will learn from it, because when there will be a mixture of cultures, especially in smaller places, because I guess in Warsaw, Gdańsk, Poznań, Krakow, they have already been there. But in smaller places, in smaller schools, this will be a cultural effect for teachers, for parents, and for all children to learn together and to work out best strategies on that. So this is something that has been a hot topic in Poland recently. So as we know that most children really will need a combination of this, and this is not only the teachers of those Ukrainian children who have to face it, it's also the Ukrainian pupils who have to face it, and somehow they will have to overcome the difficulties that will undo easy process. Often school administrators and mental health professionals opt to introduce one of the many empirically supported or project supported and commercially developed programs into schools. Right now there is this craze of projects usually funded by European Union funds. Some of them have some effect, some of them are just done for the reason because somebody received a grant and needs to spend it. But in many situations, they work out very good results and they offer some supported scientifically and interesting to both students and teachers. One of the projects is called Stop and Think Social Skills Program. This is in this project it has been demonstrated that there is this success in reducing students' discipline refers to the principal's office, school suspensions, and fostering positive school climate and pro-social interactions. So this is one area. The other project, it is called Primary Mental Health Project. It targets children and addresses social and emotional problems. Another one called Prepare Curriculum. It presents a series of 10 course-length interventions grouped into the areas of reducing aggression, reducing stress, and reducing prejudice. So these are some of the examples of projects which you can find, of course, you can find many examples on the internet, in internet resources. But as I said, there has been quite a lot going on in that. Kids develop similar social skills to those around them as they observe others' actions and behaviors. Pairing students with peer mentors of the same age makes the learning process skills feel less like a lesson. So what I suggest is creating this kind of an environment where we pair students together of the same age and they go over those social skills and they work on these every day until they effectively reach and develop the desired skill. A research-based program like Positive Action creates a unique curriculum. It is suited to specific grades that help with the teaching social skills in the classroom. So the program called Positive Action focuses on social skills instruction and overall personal development through the 6 units. These lessons don't take much time out of your day at school, but they give you a significant impact on kids, teachers, and parents. So there is quite a lot of positive results based on this program. Video modeling, which is another social skill routine. Video modeling demonstrates the social skills and allows students to observe an action before putting it into practice for themselves. So videos, recordings are one of the most effective strategies for teaching social skills in class. We can try using different kinds of video modeling. It may be basic use, so students or children watch a video of people performing certain social behaviors. Point of view modeling, it may be the video which is played from the point of view of the learner. We can have the prompting, the video which demonstrates an action and then offers a prompt to an activity, and self-modeling. Someone records the students doing a special activity, special social activity, and then they can watch themselves. I think the last one can be very much highlighted as self-modeling, as we record people, even with our phone, because it's the easiest, and I think this is how it is done. So we record the situation and we refer to it, we discuss it. So apart from video modeling, we can have the students who give feedback about the characters in video clips, and we ask students to describe the character. So these may be parts, even short parts of films, when students watch them and we discuss what was wrong in a given situation. Were people, for example, talking and they were too close to each other, and as they were invading personal space, did they make or didn't make eye contact? Were they listening to each other or weren't? And we can also reverse the situation. We can have the students create videos. So we can ask the students to make recordings and practice those social skills, even if it is pretended, even if it is acting. Then we have material to refer to and to discuss further. I think very often reversing a situation, like giving the students homework in the way like of what we previously prepared in the class in a very formal situation, is a very good way out, as students learn in the same manner, but then they become producers. From being passive, they become the doers in the situation. Much like with video modeling, children often use imitation behaviors to learn social skills. So when you ask them to practice these techniques in the classroom, you can create situations where children model, for example, body language or other behaviors which we want to encourage. During a social narrative, we can describe a situation to our students. For example, we tell them a short story about a student who is arguing with their teacher and getting in trouble, as we present a situation and it doesn't contain any of the positive social skills. And with this exercise, students learn empathy when they consider how the person in a given situation feels and how they could act, if they could act differently, for example. In structured social situations, we teach a social skill to students before putting it into practice. So we might have kids learn something on their own in one-on-one or one-to-one environment before they go into a classroom and before they show how they use the social skill. We can have the joint action routine, which create predictable routines for skills that kids can repeat. We can show them a skill and then have them repeat this. So this is like encouraging communication with joint action routine. Or we can plan something like a classroom management plan. When we use this classroom management plan, we help children develop a routine and develop some kind of expectations. There are some other aspects in the field of the teaching of the social skills. So as educators, we understand the whole range of those situations, the importance of academic success of our students. However, this is equally important to recognize the role of the social skills in the overall, general development, as the social skills not only contribute to personal growth, but they play a significant role in academic achievement. And when we understand the social skills, we refer to abilities that enable individuals to interact effectively with others. And by developing strong social skills, students build positive relationships, they resolve conflicts, and they navigate through social situations successfully. There has been research on this, and it has shown that social skills have a direct impact on personal success and academic success. Students with well-developed social skills are more likely to be successful academically, have better mental health, and experience positive social interactions. On the other hand, students who struggle with social skills may face challenges in forming friendships, collaborating with friends, and managing their emotions. So it is important to recognize how many students face common challenges in developing social skills, as some students may struggle with simple situations like initiating conversations, understanding nonverbal situations, or managing their emotions effectively. And by understanding these smaller challenges, the educators can try to provide the targeted support and intervention to help students overcome these obstacles. How do we assess the social skills? Before implementing any social skill instruction, it is crucial to assess the student's social skills strengths and weaknesses, so the good and bad points. This assessment will help educators identify areas of improvement and prepare their instruction accordingly. There are various assessment tools and strategies available to evaluate social skills, to include direct observation, self-assessment, and rating scales. So collaborating with other professionals, for example, school psychologists or speech-language pathologists, we can provide a holistic assessment of students' social skills. These professionals can offer valuable insights and recommendations based on their experience, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of students' social emotional needs. How do we create a positive classroom environment? A positive classroom environment is very much needed to form the foundation of effective social skill instruction. So by establishing clear expectation and rules, we as educators create a structured and predictable environment. So the students go into the classroom and they know what to expect. We create an environment which is strongly supportive, and we respect the classroom rules, and we respect the students. We model appropriate social behaviors, provide opportunities for student collaboration, and address conflicts in a very constructive manner. So educators can use very different range and broad range of activities and discussions that promote empathy, perspective taking, and understanding the diverse perspectives. This all shows how much burden we as teachers have and experience, how much burden is on us, and how much we have to do to create a positive environment for social skills and for good communication in the classroom. The explicit instruction, which is like open instruction, involves breaking down social skills into teachable components and providing direct instruction to students. And this approach allows students to understand the specific behaviors which are associated with different social skills and practice them in the structured setting. We may utilize the evidence-based teaching strategies. This is modeling, role-playing, guided practice, and they enhance the students' understanding and application of social skills. We have to select an appropriate social skill curriculum or a program, which is essential for effective instruction. A well-designed curriculum provides a structured framework for teaching social skills, ensuring comprehensive coverage of various skills and concepts. So educators should consider the specific needs of their students and choose a curriculum, a program that responds to these needs. We should also individualize the social skills interventions. While the whole class instruction is valuable, some students may require individual interventions. We need to remember that all students are individuals, and we need to monitor the progress and adjust interventions as needed, as it is an ongoing process. Collaboration with parents and caregivers cannot be forgotten here as well, as parents and caregivers play a vital role in supporting their children's social skills development. So engaging parents, I don't know if it's common in Ukrainian schools and how much of this parent engagement level is there. Is it a high level of engagement of parents in the life of a school? Or so-so, yeah? It depends, I guess, on the school. In Poland, it is quite a lot of intervention at the primary level, so the children up to the age of 15, 16, or 15 usually. In secondary school, this is so really like about 50% of parents may be interested in this kind of interaction, and never or almost never at academic level. I remember once visiting a university in Cyprus, and it was an American university, but it was mostly Cypriots attended it. And the teachers told me that although this is an academic level, the interference they have from parents is incredible and unbelievable. The teachers were mostly American and British, and they were surprised by this. But this is like a southern attitude. I think it may also be in Greece, Turkey, Spain, maybe. Well, I haven't collected data from those countries, but in Cyprus, I did face it, and I was told this story, that there are parents coming to university and explaining situations about their children, which doesn't happen in Poland really. At that moment, when you are grown up, when you are over 18, you are fully responsible, even in secondary school. My daughter now is 16 at the moment, and she is not officially adult because she has 2 more years to become a recognized adult by law. But they are almost now treated like adults, like fully responsible people. And from the age of 18, they are fully responsible themselves. So engaging parents, yes, but it depends also on culture and country. And this is a process of some kind of employing a strategy. It requires a lot of regular updates, collaborative partnership between the home and the school, as educators can really help parents at those early stages as they provide and reinforce the social skills at home. So there is quite a lot to be done by teachers. We create opportunities for social skills practice. And within the classroom, it is really seen as essential for the students' growth. as we facilitate the peer interactions, the group work, and cooperative learning activities. And all of these allow students to practice the social skills in a supportive and structured environment. We need to stress that evaluation and progress monitoring is also crucial, as evaluating the effectiveness of social skill instruction is crucial for the continuous improvement. We collect data and measure the students' progress, and this allows educators to identify areas of success and areas that require further attention. And by analyzing data and making data-driven decisions, educators can make necessary adjustments to their instruction and intervention. So this shows that this is the ongoing process of evaluation of progress. So this is really what education is about. This is about creation, about giving feedback and creating situations, and also it's about monitoring the level and being cooperative with the student, with the teacher, teachers and students together, students together, and also parents and caregivers together with the teachers. So there are many levels and sub-levels. So creating the social skills and also working on the quality of social skills may result in the positive educational environment, as that was like the main area and main topic of today. At the beginning, I mentioned that I'm going to write a magic word, and I'm going to write it here now on the chat. And this is the magic word. It's routine. Routine, not in a negative, with the negative connotation, but routine, which is something repeated, something which is shown and introduced day by day in our school life, because only by doing so, as repeating actions, we are able to achieve success, we are able to get to the desired result. What I see from my own example, as I like giving examples from my life, as I told you about my visit to Cyprus, my routine, which I have now, is learning to swim. And my routine, because I'm hopeless at this, but I know this is the skill that I don't have, but I dream to have. And my routine is like going to a swimming pool 3 times a week, which is a lot really. And I try to get my positive result by introducing this routine into my life, as I know this is the only way, not by reading on swimming, not by watching films on swimming, but by facing this, what I really fear, because I fear it, but I know that by introducing this as a routine will bring me some kind of result in some future. Let's hope. Okay, I wish you all the success in the new school year. If you are involved in this, what's going to happen from Monday? If not, just enjoy some of the free time before the academic year starts, and think about coming to Poland, if possible, to attend some of our programs and courses which are available for academic teachers here as well. Thank you very much for today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.
Yeah,